right now, money is moving through your community, and it could be funding your mission, but it's not. Every time someone goes out and swipes their credit card, buys coffee, goes out to eat, checks out a local business, all of those transactions are happening every day, minute after minute. And those funds are going to the bank. Now, the bank keeps it and giving it to you. And it doesn't come back to the community. So these are things that we care about. But if I could tell you that there is a way for us to take those transaction fees that typically go to a bank and redirect them to things that matter to us, wouldn't you like to know how you can do that? Well, welcome to today's episode at Live for Free, where we are going to talk specifically about how we can redirect money to fund a mission. And I'm going to go in detail talking about how that happens. So go ahead and grab your notebook and let's jump right in. Now, most people never think about how these transactions happen on a day-to-day basis. Every business that processes payments, whether it is a retail business, whether it's a restaurant, we even have some landlords who are using it to process rent payments. All of those funds, they have all those transactions, they have to pay processing fees. So now that you understand this is something that's happening, this is something that's automatic, and every time a card is swiped, every online payment that's made, a percentage of that goes to the bank. Now, if you can multiply that by thousands of payments that happen every month in your city, can you imagine the hidden river of money that exists just from that process alone? Well, here's the thing. The money could be working for us. It could be keeping people housed that we want to keep housed. It could be serving missions for specific nonprofits. It could be working with transitional housing and reentry programs. But right now, it's not. And the crazy part is, we can redirect it without changing anything that the customer does, that the tenant does, or that the business does. Would you like to know how we can do that? Well, this is how it works. We have a program. I'm actually an ambassador for a program. I don't do it, our company doesn't do it, but I'm connected to somebody who does. And we call it the Share 360 program. And if you're interested in, first of all, knowing who it is, go ahead and type in tonis360.com. That's TONIS 360.com. When you go there, you're going to see two buttons. You'll see a button here talking about the funding programs that they offer, which are amazing. And then you'll see another button for the Share 360 program that they offer. That is where they talk about this particular program. So when you go there, click the link and peruse the site. And when you're ready, I need you to book a consultation. Consultations is where you get all of your answers answered, all of your questions answered. And as you go through that, let me tell you, I will be there with you. My goal is to walk you through this because people who come as a result of my effort, I want to hand walk you through the process. Whether you're doing the Share 360 or whether you are doing the fundable, my job is just to make sure your services, you're getting exactly what you wanted to get. And when you book that time to hear more about how this Share 360 program works, your mind is going to blow, because the way that they do it is simple. because you already are paying process payments through a merchant account. If you currently are a local business that is doing merchant services, you're already paying for it. Sometimes 2%, 3%, 4%. It's not going to change. So if you're already paying for that, with this program, we make sure that a piece of those fees are rerouted to the nonprofit of your choice. You don't do any more than that. You simply do what you've always done, but that company has been able to negotiate with banks to make it worthwhile for banks to give to nonprofits. And that is what the most beautiful thing is that they are doing right now. And they're changing the lives of people in communities, and they're changing agencies to where they actually have funding that's coming in. So it's so important that we get these funds to the nonprofit so we can start making a difference. And this is the way that they can do this. Now, what I envision happening is I want to not just get one business doing this. I want to get hundreds of businesses doing this. Why is that? Imagine when we can even get 100 businesses, let's say in St. Louis. And I'm going to break it down so you understand. We can get even 100 businesses. And by the way, 100 is not like abnormal. We should be able to get hundreds of thousands of businesses on board. But if we have even 100 businesses that do this, the impact that one business can do for a nonprofit is anywhere between $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000 a year. That's how much they would get from that business in a year, which is tremendous. There's no more hair off anybody's back. The people who are giving that back is the banks. So why not? I would look, and I'll gladly take $2,000, $3,000 a year, 100%. But now let's scale that. Let's say we had 100 businesses giving $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a year. Now we're talking about $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 that we're giving to a community to impact a mission. And I can name a lot of missions that I love in St. Louis, but you guys already know my heart goes out to the unhoused. And imagine if you had $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year coming to the unhoused for something we're going to do anyway. That's what I need you to understand. So once you understand the impact, and mind you, didn't I say we can get more than 100? Yep, we can. I believe we can. So when you can get 100 or more or thousands of businesses now doing what they're already doing, just working directly with this company to establishing that, the impact that we're going to make on a regular basis is going to be phenomenal. So that's why I'm here sharing this information, not just with our community here in St. Louis, but this can be done in every community across this country. Who do you want to impact in your community? Go ahead and put in the chat anyone, or in the comments, anyone that you want to impact in your community. And then once you've identified them, if you're even bolder, go ahead and reach out to them and send them this video and say, you've got to hear this. This is amazing. Because not only do we set this up we set the businesses up to do this seamlessly, but we also work with the nonprofits to help them uncover the businesses that they already know, that already love what they're doing and would love to support them. That's what we're talking about doing across this country, and that's what I want you to help us do. So if this message resonated with you, you're going to love the next message. But go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and do the notification. So as new videos come out, you can get them. And if you want to get this information in front of somebody, share that Tonis360.com link. That's TONIS360.com. When you do that, you will be able to begin changing your community as you know it, and it will never be the same. It'll be all positive. So I look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Go ahead and transform the lives in your community, and I will see you soon. And so it is.